What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're looking at a Cataclysm pre-patch gold farm that is absolutely insane. Because if you're playing the Cataclysm pre-patch right now, especially if you're into the gold making scene and you've been daffling around with transmog, you notice how insanely good it is. It cannot be compared to selling transmog on retail, because on retail, the average guy has a lot of transmog items already, so it moves way slower. But in Cata pre-patch, transmog is a brand new thing, so there's so many people that's a potential buyer of your transmog, so you don't need to have as many items on the auction house in order to get daily sales. So in today's video, we're looking at a gold farm that I consider to be extremely good solo, and a lot better than a lot of dungeons that people are spamming right now. Now, of course, this farm, alongside with all the gold farms, the best gold farms that I personally use in pre-patch Cata, but also in Cataclysm, is included in the complete gold guide for Cataclysm Classic. So big thank you to every single one of you guys that has picked it up already. And if you haven't, you can find it by checking the link down below in the description. Now, this farm right here, it takes place in Barrens, like all the way up here around this lake, the Sludge Fen. Now, the great thing about this farm is that it has pretty much exactly the same loot table as the dungeon, the Wailing Caverns, minus the battle pet, but you're getting way more kills per hour doing this, because these mobs hyper spawn like absolute crazy. Now, I'm running around like a clown on my war because I was in the area, and I was just checking some other things out. But just to give you guys kind of like a picture on how fast they spawn, like just running around in a circle around this lake, and you will never run out of mobs. Like sometimes when you kill a mob, the same mob will just instantly respawn as you kill it. So even if you have competition, like it's actually going to be better with competition, especially if you invite people to your group and you take like one side each, so you don't have to run the entire route. You can even have a 5-man group, 4 people. It doesn't really matter as long as you split out alongside the little water pound. It's going to be absolutely insane. Obviously on retail you do this as a 5-man because everyone can loot each other's kills. Not the case on the Cata pre-patch. But you can concentrate on a more dense area. But it really doesn't matter. Like right now, I've already done one lap, and like the mobs, all the same mobs are still up. Like you will never run out of mobs. So that fetches the question, like, why is this such a good farm compared to a lot of other farms? Well, there is a lot of really good farms in Cata pre-patch for transmog. There really is, and each farm has something going for it. It's just that the loot table that these mobs have, which is the same as Wailing Caverns, is extremely good because there's a lot of items that has a unique appearance. And we're looking at like complete sets. So you have to mention a couple. You have the Ab Original set, really expensive on most realms. A lot of the items are thousands of gold. You have the Grizzly set. You also have probably the biggest set, which is going to be the ceremonial. Like the ceremonial leather loincloths have always been extremely good. On my realm, they're going for 4.5 thousand gold each, where the chest is like 1,500. And there's also a bunch of other good items from this loot table. So highly advise you guys to go out and do it. There's also less of these items being posted on the auction house, because like most people, they just run like the big obvious dungeons, for instance. They don't do a lot of the open world stuff. So there's a lot of people running like Sulfarak, for instance, trying to get those Vanguard and Bloodlust and Glorious items. While these items right here, the so-called slut mogs, are kind of under the radar, like from the gold farmer side. But there's a lot of people that want those transmogs, and there's a lot of potential gold to be made doing this farm. So head over to the Barrens around the Sludge Fen, give it an hour, check out your results, and you will most definitely be swimming in green items. But as always, though, it is RNG, as it is with every single transmog farm. Like, you can do an hour and be pretty unlucky. You can even do an hour and be extremely lucky with the loot that you get, but you might find it kind of slow to sell off. But that's still transmog, so even though transmog is moving way faster on the Cata pre-patch, the play is still going to be volume. You still need to have a big variety of different transmogs in order to get daily sales. But once you get that ball rolling, it is insane the amount of gold you can make with the transmog. Like, the effective gold per hour is absolutely insane. It really is. So I do have a bunch of videos like this coming with my favorite transmog farms, my favorite dungeons, etc. But also more steady gold from materials, raw gold, you name it. So make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel if you want to see those videos. And don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Cataclysm Classic. And I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.